Welcome back to sports. I'm George Perez. Well, with the conclusion of the Florida men's basketball season, Gator fans were hopeful for the return of a healthy Michael Frazier II. Well, they were. According to multiple reports, Frazier will forego his senior season and declare for the NBA draft. Frazier leaves the Gators with a record for threes in a game and in a season. Frazier was also a part of the 2014 Final Four and 2013 Elite Eight teams. He's projected to be a second-round draft pick. The fifth-ranked Florida baseball team welcomes the Alabama Crimson Tide to McKethan Stadium for a three-game series. Let's welcome in WUFT baseball beat reporter Jonathan Perez. Jonathan, the Gators started their season on a tear but have faltered as of late. What's changed for Kevin O'Sullivan's team?
Well, George, that's right. The Florida Gators are back at McKethan Stadium as they welcome the Alabama Crimson Tide for a three-game series. The Gators struggled last weekend against Ole Miss as they dropped their first weekend series of the year. They were able to bounce back against Stetson on Tuesday for the 9-6 win. Last couple games have been tough for the Gator pitching staff as they've struggled on the mound. In the weekend series, all of Florida starters pitched less than 5 innings, and they gave up 7 earned runs. Logan Shore pitched 3 2/3 last Friday, and A.J. Puck gave up 4 earned runs in just 2 1/3 innings. Today, Aaron Rhodes will take the mound for the Gators. He has a 4.05 ERA in 7 appearances, and today he's making his first start of the season.
And Jonathan, this will be the Gators' third SEC series on the season. What can we expect from the Tide tonight?
Well, George, the Alabama Crimson Tide comes into the series with a team batting average of .277. Now, they do have 2 players who are batting above .400, but if you take those 2 guys out, they've really been inconsistent all year long. So the Florida pitching staff might try and catch a break this weekend. It's starting to rain lightly right here at McKethan Stadium. Reporting live, Jonathan Perez, WUFT Sports.
Jonathan, thank you, and stay dry. Well, 16 teams remain in the NCAA tournament, and they're looking to go from sweet to elite. All eyes will be on the undefeated and top-seeded Kentucky Wildcats as they take on West Virginia. The Wildcats are favorites in this one, but Mountaineers head coach Bob Huggins has gotten the best of Kentucky head coach John Calipari. Huggins boasts an 8-2 record against Coach Cal. Tip-off for this one is set for 9:45. But you don't have to wait so late to get your basketball fix. It all begins with a little luck of the Irish, Notre Dame, and Wichita State at 7:15. Other games tonight, the top-seeded in the West, Wisconsin Badgers take on North Carolina, and Xavier and Arizona rounding out tonight's matchups. Vaulting our way to the gymnastics mats, some big awards handed down by the SEC, with a few Gators receiving special honors. The nation's top-ranked all-around senior, Keitra Hunter, was awarded the conference's Gymnast of the Year. Also, Kennedy Baker earned herself a share of SEC Freshman of the Year honors. And bringing it back to the Diamond, the third-ranked Gator softball team will play a road series for the second straight weekend when they travel to Starkville to take on Mississippi State. The 3-game set at MSU Softball Field will mark the team's first meeting since the 2013 season. Gator head coach Tim Walton knows that his squad can change their mindset this late in the season.
Our mindset going into Starkville is no different than Tuscaloosa. The Gators have to control what the Gators can control and go out and play our style of softball, and we have got a good chance to win. If we play poorly, Mississippi State's going to beat us.
And first pitch tomorrow is set for 6:30 p.m. And ladies, the men's swimming and diving team is in Iowa City right now competing for the NCAA championships.
Okay, but George, it is the first day of the championships though, right?
Yes, and the Gators have qualified 4 individual swimmers and 1 group to the finals that'll take place tonight.
Thanks, George.
Thanks.
More news after the break. Stay with us.